Hi, and thanks for joining me. It's Patty from pspapercrafts, and I want to show you today how to make this pretty card. It's a thinking of you with comfort and love. I thought that was a great sentiment. I love the script on the font, and I love this paper. So this paper is free during celebration. We ran out of it, but we got it back in, and it's in the celebration catalog or brochure. And you get the stamp set and the paper for free when you spend $100. So you can just go click. I have an online store link that you can go and click at, and you can put in your order of $100 worth of product, and then you can choose this for free. And I'll show you. The stamp set is very pretty. There's no sentiments. So the sentiment I got is from the Very Best Occasions, which has some really good sentiments. But the paper, oh, I love the paper. My favorite product of Stampin' Ups, if you follow me, you know that it's their paper. And this pattern just speaks to me. I love the colors. I love the flowers. And there's just really some beautiful, so I use this and made a card. If you look on my blog from last week, I made this card. And I actually did it, I think it was Thursday last week. And if you want to look on my blog, you can get all the instructions. So I did use this stamp, and I colored with Stampin' Right markers to get the green and the pink. And I also used the same stamp set for Happy Birthday, and then Sending You Smiles for every moment of your special day. So I used this pattern and then the green from the back of here. But I just wanted to show you, look at how beautiful that is. I love it. This is just my cup of tea. Gorgeous. And to get it for free is amazing. So I've seen people use that little postage stamp or postage punch to cut these out and line them up. I thought that was very pretty. Just love it. Beautiful. So anyway, let's get started with the card. Again, I used the paper from here, but I used the stamp set from the Very Best Occasions. And I also used the border dies. So let me just get them. I love making cards with these. So they're basic border dies. I've used these quite a bit, but I decided to use this one. And I just did a few layers here. So let's get that going. I have Starry Sky card base. And then I have this paper, and I'm going to cut both of them using this. So first I'll cut this one, and I'll get the two pieces for this layer and the inside layer. Okay, so let's get my Big Shot. And I'm using the regular size Big Shot. Let me just get this out. I don't have my little... I usually have it on a little wagon, and I don't have that where I am right now. It's actually in my storage unit, which I may go and get it. So we're going to put our base plate, our number 2, a cutting plate, and then we're going to put this down. I want this to be nice and straight, so I'm going to use some Post-it tape. I got this on Amazon, and it just helps you keep everything lined up. So let's just put these here. I want this, I want to start it right here, and I don't really have a specific measurement for how far in I went, so I'm just winging it. And we'll put a piece of Post-it just to make sure it's straight. Okay, and I'm going to go in this way and just cut part way and pull it back, so I'm not running the whole piece of paper through the machine, because sometimes you'll get an impression on your top sheet, and I don't want to do that. Okay, sometimes you'll get an impression on this part from the top plate is what I mean. So I'm going to go through, wait for it to pop, and go back. And I think it's hard because of the way I'm putting it in. It's the whole thing across. I don't usually cut like that. Usually I would have it this way and it would go much smoother. So now we can take these off. Now don't throw this piece away. So I have this piece and this piece. Okay, so we're going to hold on to that. Now I want to cut my card, and I want to be sure of how far I want to go with the card. So what I did was I put this down. Actually, let me do it this way. I put this down, open up the card. Hope I'm not too close to you guys I'm not paying attention to my camera. So we're going to put this down, and then I want to line this up just like this. Okay, just to get an idea of how far over I need to go. I'm going to press it down here. I want to pull this paper out because I don't want to cut it again and maybe mess it up. So let's put this through. And that just is to make sure that I have it cut at the right position. So I'm going to go through. And this seems hard, but again, it's because I'm going in across the whole thing. I think that's all the die cutting we're doing. So let's get this off. This is scrap, this piece. Okay, and let's put this aside. So now I have this piece. I'm going to pull it back a little bit and we can cut this edge off. And I have this piece that will go in here. And then I added a little white behind it. So I have this, which I cut the same way, and I'm just going to put this, actually I put it here. I'm looking at this. So we're going to just adhere this, okay, and then we'll adhere this. So let's get this one down first. I'm going to just open this card, get a little bit of liquid glue. Probably an easier way of doing this, but this is how I do it to get it all lined up. And we'll just put this right here. Now you have to make sure that this piece is cut the same direction as the piece you're going over. And just move it around. And then we can put this on. So it just kind of gives it this look here. And then this is going to fit right in here with our inside. So let's get this going, and then we can just cut the edge off. Isn't that so pretty? So we want to I just want that little bit of white to show. Okay, and now this is going to be too long in the back. We can get our trimmer or we can just cut it down. So I'm going to just cut it down with scissors. It's always good to cut from behind. You can use your trimmer if you feel more comfortable. But I'm just going to go right up along the edge here. And it would probably be better if I had longer scissors, but I don't want to use my ribbon scissors. So there you go, perfect. And now we want to put our inside piece in first. Now this is, usually I do 5 1/4 by 4. This is 5 1/2 because I want to go top to bottom. And I did it by 4, not 4 1/4. I have this little area here. I just didn't want it to be too bulky. Okay, so before we do that, let's put our sentiment on the inside. So this is going to lay right like this. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment before I put it down in case I make a mistake. And I'll stamp the other sentiment too. So I have the thinking of you. Oh, I have it out already. And I'm doing this in the starry sky as well. So let's do the thinking of you first, and we'll come back to the inside. And I'm just going to put it right on a piece of scrap. Oh, I got a little on the edge. Let me just clean this off. Let me get my chamois here. This is a very inky ink pad here. So I'm going to just go like this and do it here. Nope. Go like this and here. Okay. I'll get it eventually, right? And then I'm using the dual oval punch, and we'll just feed it through just like this. Get it lined up just where you want it. Okay, and then I'm using a scrap of the Starry Sky, and we're doing another oval, but this one the scalloped one. Okay, so now we can put these together. A little bit of liquid glue. I love this color, Starry Sky. If I had a good voice, I'd sing Starry, Starry Night. But you don't want to hear that. But that's what I think of when I use this color, if you remember that song. So let's put this aside, and now we want the With Comfort and Love. I'm going to take a chance and go right on this. I wanted the border here because I wanted to see where it would land. A little crooked. All right, let me get my scrap paper because I want to get a feel for it. I'm going to just flip that over, but I want to use my grid paper because sometimes you have to tilt things up a little bit. That looks better. So let's try this again. I guess I really need it this way. And I'm just going to tilt it up a little bit. Perfect. All right, it's good that there's two sides to every sheet, right? So let's get our stamp and seal. Very easy card to make, right? But it's very, I think, elegant and pretty. I would love to receive this from someone if I was, you know, not doing too well for whatever reason. This would definitely cheer me up. So we want to just go a little bit in from the fold because we want it to fold nicely. And then we'll just put some on here. I love the stamp and seal. And we're going to go right out to the edge. Okay, so see how nice it is? It's all like lined up. So even the flowers, everything is lined up. Very nice. So let's put this on with some dimensionals, and we'll tie a little bow and add a little pearl. Very easy card to make, and the designer series paper kind of does all the work for you. So I'll put this right here. I'm using the metallic woven Starry Sky ribbon. So we'll just tie a little bow here. It's nice and sparkly. It's very kind of slippery, I would say. Okay, let me get my ribbon scissors. see how that looks. That looks good. We'll get a little glue dot. And I'm just going to kind of roll that with my finger and put it on the back here. And then we'll just add one of these iridescent pearl basic jewels. And I just think these are so pretty. Let me get my take your pick tool and just put one right there. And you can add more if you want. I think I used actually a bigger one, the bigger one on this card. So whichever way you like it. But isn't that pretty? Thinking of you with comfort and love. And then again, this one, happy birthday, and sending you smiles for every moment of your day. And I just think this is so pretty, and I love that these sentiments fit in this oval punch. Really great. So thanks so much for joining me, and come back again for another video. Have a good day. Bye.